What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, forgive me for the highway noise up there. Pretty noisy, because we're right here by a pretty busy highway here, just south of Birmingham, Alabama. Bethany has caught me already. But that being said, got Bethany with me. Y'all saw her on that last little adventure we did around the Birmingham area where we were trying to find a Cahaba Bass. And I wound up stealing her fish from her. What we going?
Daddy, don't move, it's in you!
What are we gonna try to get today, Bethany?
Turtle.
A turtle?
Yeah.
She wants to catch a daggum turtle. But she already done caught a daggum gigantic human. I mean, she's so worried about that hook being in my pants. I ain't really worried about it. We just gonna keep rolling with the intro. But I had never fished this exact spot before, but I mean, this actually is the main Cahaba River right here. It's looking a little bit low right now because we hadn't really had too much rain lately. But we're gonna get on down here and make a few casts, see if we can find a Cahaba Bass. And if not, we're gonna venture on some other spots, and maybe by the end of the day we'll end up finding one.
Get it out of you.
What, baby?
Get it out of you.
We'll get it out in a second.
I whipped it out.
But yeah, y'all stay tuned. Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, I whipped it out.
Ease on down here to the river. I don't really necessarily think our chances are too high of getting one right here. But I do know some creeks that aren't too far away from here that I've caught them out of in the past.
My chances are really high of catching a turtle.
Yeah, we're over in this part of Alabama for my oldest daughter Summer for her all-star softball tournament. Yeah, so I mean, heck, we've got some downtime today. We don't have any games today. Had some last night, and they get started back up tomorrow. So I figured got a little bit of downtime in the area of the Cahaba Bass, so why not go ahead and target it, see if we can't get number 2 knocked off of the list for the year. I've got Bethany throwing, she's using my little ugly stick dock runner that I've got this little small lose reel on, and I've got her just a black and red glitter Helgermite, just split shot rigged on here. She's having a little bit of trouble casting. She forgets between each time how to cast the spinning reel, so I'm gonna get her one cast out there to start with, and then she's gonna try to see if she can figure it out the rest of the time. There you go. I'm gonna be starting off with one of these copper truce Nico Helgermites. I've just got him on a little crappie jig. I'm gonna toss it around, see if something's interested in it. Maybe one of us will get something. I'm expecting it to be some sunfish or some Bama bass or something. You gotta work it, baby. It's not a live bait, so you can't just leave it there. You gotta reel it a little bit. Reel it a little bit and bounce it along. Not that hard, Bethany. Watch, baby. Look, watch daddy, baby. Look. Just kind of barely bounce it along and reel a little bit. Got it. There you go. Oh, I had a bite, baby. I did. I was sitting there talking to you and something was pecking at it. Just remember, don't reel it up that high. Get him. Let your weight out. Ooh. Oh, okay. It was some bass. How do you know? What do you know about bass?
Some basses have bright colors on them.
Some basses do.
What?
You watching out for snakes? There goes a snake right there. I did too, right there. Okay, we don't have to. All right, we're gonna work on up here and follow this trail on down to where another pool opens up.
It isn't a pool, please.
We're gonna give it a try before we hop in the vehicle and change locations. Well, you call the different, do you not see why they're called pools, baby? Because it gets narrow and then it drops into these deeper pockets. Then it narrows back up again. It's kind of like a pool. All right, so second thought, scratch that. We're not going to continue on further down this trail to find any other pools. The next couple that we encountered after leaving that spot right there, the banks are just entirely too steep. If it was me by myself, I'd probably try to go down and try to fish them, but if having a little Bethany with me, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for her to try to navigate down that rough terrain. So we're gonna head on to the other spot that I know for a fact that I've caught Cahaba bass at before. She's still hung up on trying to catch a turtle. It's a lot smaller type creek. It's gonna be a little more suitable for her to be able to get around and fish. And I think there's a better chance that we actually get one over there too. We'll see y'all there. All right, we're making another slight change in plans. Bethany decided that she wanted to stay at the hotel with her mama and her brother and her sister and swim in the pool, which I can't blame her as hot as it is. So we dropped her off, and now I've ventured on down here to this little creek. I have caught the Cahaba bass in this creek before in areas a little further downstream. I've never tried this creek this far upstream, but before I head on to the place that I know for sure that I've caught them before that I can catch them at, we're gonna go ahead and try this spot anyway. Let's see what happens. Still using that copper truce Nico Helgermite and the crappie jig on my 5'6" Ducket crappie slayer. Like I said, I know for a fact that they're in here. I just haven't tried it this far up. But yeah, as any of y'all that follow the channel or fish for any of the red-eye bass species know, this one, the Cahaba bass, it can only be found right here in the Cahaba River drainage of central Alabama. It's a real special little fish. I'm really not seeing any kind of fish activity, not even, ooh, well, right as I say that, I get one hammering on it. It's about time I'm not even seeing no little sunfish or nothing, but that was something hungry right there. I found some little kind of hungry little booger, but whatever it is, he just ain't getting a good hold of that hook. It's a pretty little park for being in such an urban area. Pretty little creek. I mean, obviously it's got some junk in it. Like them old tires there. I saw that little debris collector they had scattered across it so that it just kind of collects some of the junk flowing down through it that's flowing out of the town. That looks like a good little spot right there. It comes into that little deep pool before trickling down this little gravel run right here. Let's see. Looks good to me, but I mean, just because it looks good to me don't necessarily mean that a fish is going to be there. Yeah, exactly. There's a deeper little section. Ooh, that was a bite. I was a little too anxious just then, though. I didn't let him have it. All right, we're gonna ease on to the next spot. I'll try my hand over there. Riding the struggle bus today. All right, here's the next destination. We're either gonna get one eventually or we're just gonna go down swinging. We're gonna give it our best effort. There's daggum construction fencing all around the area where I'd caught them last year. I couldn't access the specific spot that I wanted to access, so I found another part fairly close to it. Yeah, they had barricaded off the construction fencing and had a sign up. Apparently they're building an amphitheater there. Starting to get some really good looking areas of this creek now. So whenever I fish for the Cahaba, it's always such a huge change of pace from the areas that I'm used to fishing when I'm fishing for red eyes. You're always in such an urban area, or at least anytime I've fished for the Cahabas, I always wind up in such urban areas. And usually I'm used to being off just in these absolute remote places for all the other red eyes I've ever fished for. This looks 100 times better than the area I was fishing earlier though. some kind of old beds right there. But the Cahaba should be off bed already, so maybe some old Cahaba beds. I don't know. We're getting, this looks a little better now. We're getting right here in a little spot where there's a little bit of flowing water. Oh, we had something. Some of the couple opportunities I have gotten where I have gotten bites, I've just blew it. Should have had that fish. This little pool looks good. This looks promising indeed. If that cast right there doesn't get something, I don't even know anymore. Looks like such a perfect spot right there. Ooh, yeah. It's big, whatever that is. It's gotta be a big old Bama. Ain't no way that's a Cahaba. All right. That is at minimum a hybrid. I can't really tell. I actually think that may be a pure Cahaba. See how rounded the tail is right there. Guys, I'm almost certain that is a pure Cahaba, just a really big pure Cahaba. All the markings look right to me. White margins on the tail fin, right there on the anal fin, crescent. Spots are the blotches are starting to come in now. He's got a lot of blotching down here. Looks like the spots are actually pretty separated from what I can tell. I'm pretty sure that's a pure Cahaba right there. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not any expert by any means, but I don't know how well the GoPro is picking it up. It's got some beautiful turquoise coloration up in that face and right there in the belly, up here on the top of the back. Pretty dude. Let's get that dude back though. Beautiful, beautiful guy. That's my new PB Cahaba Bass right there. Got him on the Nico Helgermite. He freaking slammed it. I was thinking it was gonna be a little bit bigger Bama bass. But those red eyes, man, they're just so aggressive. So aggressive. But I mean, that one's daggone probably 5 times bigger than that Cahaba that I caught last year. It could possibly be a hybrid. I mean, I struggle sometimes with the identification of some of those hybrids, but I mean, to me, you can correct me down in the comments if anybody thinks that I may be wrong, that may be a hybrid, but to me that looked like a pure Cahaba. So now that leaves the Coosa and the Tallapoosa for this year. I want to at least get a couple more of them for this video though. I don't want it to be like last year's Cahaba Bass video where I just had the one Cahaba. I mean, at least in that video, I had a bunch of other little different types of sunfish and stuff too that I was catching. This one, it's just been a daggum grind. That's an atypical approach to get unhung, but I didn't have no way to get it around that daggum tree right there. So all I need to do is let out a little bit of slack. chunk it around the tree so I can get on the other side of it right here. Maybe get it loose. It's not stupid if it works, is it? Well, it didn't work, so. Well, take that back. It did work, so. Again, not stupid if it works. There, hook a little. Straighten out here so we bend it up a little bit, but didn't lose our jig head. Didn't lose our Nico Helgermite. That's one thing you don't want to do if you're fishing on these Nicos. I mean, they'll last through 100 million fish catches, but you don't want to be breaking them off all the time because had to add up real quick because they're a little bit pricey. But I mean, quality stuff, you pay a little bit more for quality. So I don't mind the price of these Nicos with how many fish that they last. So they just keep going and going. All right, here's just another little opening. It looks fishable. That looks real juicy. See a lot of little sunfish. It's probably bad news for my attempt at bass fishing. Right here though. Ooh, those sunfish are having her. They're not quite big enough to get it in their mouth. I ain't stopping them from trying though. They are drilling it. Oh yeah, hooked up. Looks like a Cahaba, looks like a pretty Cahaba right there. I kind of questioned that last one. I don't question this one at all. Oh, dude. Dude, look at him. That is a Cahaba Bass, 100% a Cahaba Bass. Got him on the Nico Helgermite, but he is a bit deformed. I'd actually had someone send me a picture of a deformed Cahaba Bass that they caught like this a couple weeks back. Because up until that point, I'd caught a Bama Bass with this deformity and a Warrior with this deformity. But now, looking at Cahaba to that list, I'll walk right here across the street into the sunlight where y'all can get a little bit better view of him. Check him out. Pretty colored up, dude. Got the crescent behind his eye. Got all the right markings on fins, blotching. He's beautiful. Going to get him unpinned. Yeah. We'll go ahead and get this cool little guy back. But y'all see him? I mean, how that head is? It's like he smacked the wall. Beautiful little Cahaba Bass though. I mean, he's definitely 100% Cahaba. A hybridization going on with him, but let's get that fella on back. Yo. Oh, that's so cool right there, y'all. I really, honestly, I don't know what causes that. And nobody I've ever talked to so far has known what causes that deformity. I mean, I would really like to know if anybody has any idea. Drop it down in the comments. But we're gonna get back to fishing, see if we can catch us another one. A lot of them came running with him, chasing him. So I'm gonna cast back down this way because I've seen several of them dart off that way. And then we'll make them another cast back up in the area that I caught him in. See if maybe that since I've been out here running my mouth and fooling with him, maybe they've moved on back up there. Lots of them little pecks that I've been having, them little bites that I've been having that hadn't been able to get the hook in their mouth. Betting they're sunfish. So even being on the smaller side like that red eye was, you know it when one of these red eyes hits it, they just absolutely annihilate it. They're crushing it. They're super opportunistic feeders. You know when them jokers are in the area. Shoot, I didn't realize it, but I've done walked all the way up here to where I actually had intended to start before I realized that they had taken construction fencing all around it and had the area blocked off. So I have walked a long daggone way. Dang. Didn't realize how far I'd walked. Well, let's make us a few casts here to wrap the day up and end it then. Water is way down on this top side from the last time, which I mean, it has been a whole year ago that I did that video. But at that point, water was almost all the way up to the wall. Right there is where I caught that Cahaba last year. Got a limb done fell in here. Yeah, any of y'all that saw last year's video, y'all remember this spot. Definitely changed a lot though. All right, y'all, time to start heading on back. We got a pretty long walk ahead of us, and I ain't gonna bore y'all with any more of that. But yeah, it seems like my bite window is kind of shut off for the day. We've done caught what we're gonna caught from the looks. caught what we're gonna caught. Yeah, we done caught what we're gonna catch from the looks of it. But yeah, see, getting dehydrated. I can't even talk right. English ain't right no more. Felt pretty awesome to get red eye number 2 off the list for this year towards our Mobile Basin Slam. Now we just got to get that Coosa and that Tallapoosa, and we'll have the Slam complete for the year. There's a couple that did eat it. They seemed to really want that Nico Helgermite right there. I knew that when Jeff had reached out to me to send me those Nico baits to get me to try out some of them, I knew that they were going to be awesome for this type of fishing. I just had to wait a little while for the time of year to come around to actually get back to doing this type of fishing, to really get them going. But I mean, I think we're gonna have some fun-filled days at the creek with those Nico baits going forward. But if y'all have made it this far in it, hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank y'all so much for the support. We'll see you guys next time.